Hi, this is Joe from Infiniti of Tacoma. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this 2011 G37 Coupe and give you a little bit of history on the G37 model. The G37 model came out for the 2008 model year. It replaced the G35. The G37 is built on the same architecture as the Nissan 370Z. It's built on a longer wheelbase. Some kind of refer to it as a 2+2 version of the Nissan Z, or like a grand touring version of the Z. It's not quite as sports car oriented like the Nissan Z, but you get the same engine, same power, similar suspension components, but you have a more luxurious interior, more standard equipment, and you have 2 back seats. This one has a 6MT sport package on it. So when you get the 6-speed manual transmission, Infiniti figures that you're more of a sporting character. So they're going to give you all the goods that you'd expect with that. Larger brakes, performance tuned suspension, limited slip differential, performance wheel and tire package. This also has the effects package that you get with the Sport. A little bit more aggressive front fascia. Very nice looking car. The VQ37 engine is the heart of the Infiniti product line. It's used in a good portion of their products, and it's a very reliable engine. Infiniti has been making variations of this engine for a long time, over 10 years. They keep on refining it, increasing the displacement. Right now, it makes 337 horsepower when it's in the coupe. Very reliable. It has one belt, serpentine belt. Everything else is chain driven. The cams are chain driven. The water pump's chain driven. And the nice thing about timing chains is you don't have to replace them. Every 80 or 90,000 miles on cars with timing belts, you usually have to replace them, and it can be expensive, especially on luxury cars. You're looking at $800 or $900 to replace timing belts. The silent type timing chains equipped in the Infiniti G37 designed to last the service life of the engine, so they never need to be inspected, adjusted, or replaced. And when they mean service life, the engine's designed to last roughly around 300,000 miles. Most people don't go that far. Usually the car, by the time it has 200,000 miles, it's usually beaten to the ground and off to the scrapyard. But some people take good care of them, and you might see a few G35s out there, or G37s with high mileage. I've seen them with 180,000 miles, and they still run great. You wouldn't tell. If you didn't look at the odometer, you'd think they'd have 50,000 miles on them. So Nissan and Infiniti really put a lot of their eggs in one basket with this engine, trying to make the best possible engine, and it's been a success for them. This 2011 has 14,000 miles on it. It looks pretty much similar as a 2013. You won't notice much difference. And as far as features go, the 2008 G37 looks similar. Obviously the wheels are different and the body's different, but the interior for the most part's the same, and the powertrain and suspension components, all the mechanical bits are virtually the same as a 2008 model. The back seats are pretty comfortable in this. The one issue is with the sloping roof, it does hurt headroom. So if you're a little bit over 6 feet tall like me, you probably wouldn't want to sit back there, but if you have some young kids, they'll happily fit back there. I guess I'm a little bit of a Luddite. I prefer my cars with a manual transmission, and this is one of the best in the business. 6 speeds. Helps you maximize performance out of the engine. If you don't opt for the 6-speed, you get a 7-speed automatic transmission. And actually 95%, if not more, of the coupes that we sell have the automatic. And when you get the sport package, you get steering wheel paddle shifters. Back in the day, automatic transmissions weren't as efficient as 6-speeds. They didn't perform as well. You didn't get as good gas mileage, but since so many people use automatics now, they've done such a good job developing them, making them better, that now a lot of automatic transmissions perform just as good as a 6-speed. In a lot of cases, the automatics, you even get better gas mileage. Trunk space in the coupe isn't as good as the sedan, but when people get a coupe, they're making a sacrifice. Obviously, it's a fashion statement, and they want a little bit more of a sporty look and sporty lines, so you have to make some concessions. You're not going to have as much space, but you can see they do demonstrate that you can fit 2 sets of golf clubs in here. So if you're a golfer and you want to buy a G coupe, you can certainly fit your clubs in there, even though it might be a tight squeeze. All the G37s come standard with bi-xenon headlights. And the taillights are LED. The dual intake VQ37 engine, 337 horsepower. Great sounding engine, very reliable. Used in a lot of Nissan and Infiniti products. There's a 3.5 version that you'll see used a lot, like in the Nissan Maxima, Nissan Altima. And 80%, if not more, of Infinitis use this engine. It's an award-winning engine. Award Dealer Magazines has had on their top 10 best engine list for almost 15 years. Even though this car might not be available when you look at this video, we always have G coupes in stock, new and used. And visit our website, infinitioftacoma.com, and see what's available. If you're looking for a 6-speed, those are a little bit more rare. When we did some market research on this 2011, I only saw a handful for sale in the country. But if you want a stylish Grand Tourer that's quiet and comfortable, has a good stereo, yet you get the sports car performance, you're gonna have a hard time beating the value you get with the G37. Its competitors are the BMW 3 Series as a main competitor. The Lexus IS, not so much. The Lexus IS competes more with the 4-door version of it. We do get some cross shopping. The Audi A5 would be another competitor. But you will find is that the Infiniti, for dollar, is going to be less expensive than its German rivals. And as far as build quality goes, in my opinion, I think the build quality and reliability is better, but that's up for argument. So if you're not set on having the BMW mark or that Audi mark, and you want something a little bit off the beaten path, Infiniti is a good way to go. So I recommend taking a G37 out for a spin, and I'm sure you'll be impressed.